friends. Welcome back to the Decor channel, your go-to spot for all things home decor. I'm Luna, and I'm so excited to have you here today as we dive into rustic Easter charm with vintage farmhouse decorating ideas. Spring is just around the corner, and it's the perfect time to refresh your home with cozy and charming touches that will make your space feel extra special for the season. Before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Give us a thumbs up if you love all things spring decor, and don't forget to comment below with your favorite Easter decorating idea. I'd love to hear what you think. Now, let's jump into today's video where I'll be sharing tons of ideas for transforming your home into a warm, inviting Easter haven with rustic farmhouse charm. Grab your coffee, sit back, and let's get started. When it comes to rustic farmhouse decor, the color palette sets the tone for the entire space. Think soft neutrals like creamy whites, warm taupes, and gentle browns. These tones bring that cozy, inviting vibe we all love, making them perfect for Easter celebrations. You can also add subtle pops of pastel colors like dusty rose or soft mint to embrace the spirit of spring without overpowering the rustic charm. Start by incorporating light, airy shades for the larger elements in the room, like walls, curtains, or furniture. Then, layer in those soft pastel hues with accent pieces, such as throw pillows, table linens, or Easter-themed decor. This contrast will create a balance between rustic elegance and springtime freshness, ensuring a well-rounded and charming aesthetic. Don't be afraid to mix and match textures within your chosen palette. Weathered wood, linen, and burlap all pair wonderfully with soft colors, adding depth to your rustic look. With just a few thoughtful touches, you'll have a warm, Easter-ready space that feels like it's straight out of a vintage farmhouse. One of the easiest ways to bring vintage farmhouse charm into your Easter decor is through signage. Vintage-inspired wooden signs featuring Easter greetings, bunnies, and floral prints can add that perfect nostalgic touch to any space. Whether it's a happy Easter sign above your mantel or a wooden bunny placed by the front door, these signs instantly elevate the rustic vibe. Look for signs that have a slightly worn finish or distressed edges. This adds to the rustic vintage feel that we're going for, and it helps create that lived-in, homey atmosphere. You can even find some DIY tutorials online to make your own signs, using simple materials like scrap wood, paint, and stencils. a more personalized touch, try adding an Easter-themed quote or a welcoming message. Hang these signs in high-traffic areas like the entryway, living room, or kitchen, where they can greet your guests and make the atmosphere feel warm and welcoming. Spring and Easter are all about fresh flowers, so don't forget to incorporate them into your rustic farmhouse decor. A bouquet of fresh wildflowers, like daisies or tulips, in a vintage pitcher or mason jar can instantly brighten up any room. These flowers not only add a splash of color, but they also bring the beauty of nature indoors, perfect for a seasonal touch. If fresh flowers aren't easily accessible, don't worry. Dried flowers or faux florals are great alternatives. Dried lavender or eucalyptus stems can be placed in rustic vases, adding texture and a lovely scent to your space. Faux flowers, on the other hand, can still look wonderfully realistic if you choose high-quality options. A simple way to arrange flowers is to place them in rustic containers. Think mason jars, galvanized metal buckets, or wicker baskets. These charming containers complement the vintage farmhouse look and add to the natural, earthy feel of your Easter decor. A beautifully styled Easter tablescape is essential to making your spring gatherings feel extra special. Start by layering a neutral tablecloth or runner over your table for a simple, rustic foundation. From there, you can bring in your vintage farmhouse vibes with a mix of wooden chargers, mismatched plates, and mason jar glasses. For the centerpiece, consider a rustic bunny figurine, an antique cake stand with mini Easter eggs, or a rustic wreath of greenery. Surround the centerpiece with smaller candles or tea light holders to create a warm, inviting atmosphere as the sun sets. Don't forget to include plenty of natural elements on your table, like fresh flowers, wooden accents, or linen napkins. The goal is to keep the overall look organic and cozy, allowing your guests to feel at home while celebrating the season. Easter baskets are a must-have for the holiday, but let's give them a rustic twist. Instead of traditional plastic baskets, go for woven wicker baskets or wooden crates that add a vintage charm. You can fill these baskets with spring greenery, colorful eggs, and homemade treats to create a personalized touch for each guest. To elevate your baskets, consider adding little burlap bows, lace ribbons, or handmade tags for a more farmhouse-inspired look. You can even get creative by painting the baskets with a soft, distressed finish to give them that well-worn, vintage feel. If you have little ones in your home, fill the baskets with age-appropriate Easter eggs and bunny-shaped toys. These rustic baskets can double as decor around the house and become treasured keepsakes long after Easter is over. A front door wreath is one of the first things your guests will see when they visit, so let's make it count. A rustic Easter wreath made from grapevine, dried flowers, or burlap is the perfect way to create a warm, welcoming vibe for the season. You can even incorporate little Easter accents like tiny bunny figurines or colorful eggs within the wreath to make it feel even more festive. The beauty of rustic wreaths is that they don't need to be overly complicated. Sometimes, the simplest arrangements, like a wreath of greenery with a touch of lavender, can feel just as charming. Feel free to hang these wreaths on your front door, or place them indoors as part of your mantel decor or on a mirror. Make your wreath truly unique by personalizing it with a handwritten sign or a ribbon in your chosen color palette. No matter where you hang it, a rustic Easter wreath will add that perfect farmhouse charm to your home. Easter eggs are the heart of any spring celebration, so why not give them a vintage twist this year? You can start by painting your eggs with soft muted tones, such as pastel blues, greens, and pinks. For that rustic touch, consider distressing the painted eggs for a weathered look. Try placing these vintage-style eggs in a wooden bowl, or create an elegant display by arranging them in a mason jar with twine around the lid. You can also nestle them in baskets with hay or shredded paper to make the display feel more authentic. If you're feeling extra crafty, you can even hand paint little floral patterns or bunny illustrations onto the eggs. This not only adds a personal touch, but also gives your Easter decor that handmade, vintage charm. Adding antique or repurposed items to your Easter decor is a great way to embrace the vintage farmhouse aesthetic. Look for antique frames, old kitchen tools, or vintage glass bottles that can serve as both functional and decorative pieces. One fun idea is to use old window frames to display Easter-themed artwork or floral arrangements. These vintage pieces bring a rustic touch and create a unique focal point in any room. You can even hang them as a statement piece or incorporate them into your mantel design. Don't forget about vintage pottery and glassware. Use these items to store spring blooms, hold candles, or display your rustic Easter eggs. Their time-worn charm will instantly elevate your home with character and coziness. Lighting can completely transform your home, especially when creating a rustic Easter atmosphere. Start by adding some soft string lights to your decor. Whether you drape them over your mantel, across the dining table, or around a wreath, they'll create a magical ambient. In addition to string lights, consider using vintage-style lanterns or candle holders. The soft glow from these rustic lighting sources will create the perfect cozy setting for your Easter meals or evening gathering. Place a few candles around the room in mason jars, copper holders, or wooden candle holders. The flickering light will add warmth to your space and enhance the farmhouse feel, making your home feel even more inviting. Your mantel is the perfect place to showcase all your rustic Easter decor. Start with a simple burlap or linen table runner to add texture and warmth to the surface. Then, layer in seasonal decor like vintage bunnies, eggs, and small flower arrangements. To create an eye-catching focal point, place a large, vintage-inspired Easter sign or a handmade wreath at the center of the mantel. Surround it with rustic touches like wooden crates, candles, or mason jar vases filled with greenery. You can also incorporate vintage books or wooden figurines to complete the look. The key is to create a balance of textures, colors, and elements that come together to form a cozy and charming Easter scene. And that's a wrap on today's video. I hope you found some great inspiration to create your very own rustic Easter charm and transform your home into a cozy farmhouse getaway. Remember, it's all about layering textures, choosing warm colors, and bringing in those vintage elements to make your space feel extra special this spring. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Decor channel for more seasonal home decor ideas. Your support means the world to me. Have a wonderful Easter and spring season ahead. I can't wait to see how you incorporate these ideas into your home. Until next time, happy decorating. Pause 2.00s.